boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Dude. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast. Play the one. The boy Stevie Jobber. Dangerous Dude. Stay dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your boy Stevie Jobber.
It's your boy Dangerous Dude.
And welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast, putting wrestling over one podcast at a time.
Yes, sir.
And we're closing in on WrestleMania. We just got through an AEW resolution. Things are happening all over the place, all types of wrestling news, but I want to take us back for just a second. It's been a while.
That it has.
It's been a while. So I want to start with something light, man. I have a new segment for us. We won't pull it out every time, but I thought it was an idea I came up with today. Let's give it a shot. I think it'd be pretty fun. And then if you guys don't enjoy it, then leave it in the comments, I guess. But I'm throwing it out there. Let's try it. I call it. It's a working title because I came up with it today. It's called Handicap. Now, the object of the game, or segment, so to speak, is that I put Duke on the spot a lot, is the basis of the segment. So, what we do here is I will present Duke a prompt.
Okay.
What is your favorite side dish? Now, the reason it's called Handicapped is Duke will give me 3 answers to the question, and then Duke will get an opportunity to ask me a question or the same question if he chooses, and I can answer with the question, and then we move on to the next segment. But it really is to generate maybe just some wrestling list, here and there, some different opinions, maybe get some stuff out that can get the people going. Some people can get behind, some people can disagree with. And, to just put Duke on the spot a lot.
Because we just love doing that, don't we?
So
okay.
Let's do that. All right, so let's start handicap with a real question. You give me 3, and then you can give me the same answer if you can't come up with something you want to ask. The first one is, what are some of your favorite wrestling stories? Give me 3 of your favorite wrestling stories.
Okay, 3 favorite wrestling stories. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go Matt Hardy and Edge. That whole story. Next one I'm gonna have to do is, I'll say, the I'm Your Father story between Eddie and Ray. That was a good one. That's probably actually my number 1. And then, see, for a third, I'm going to have to go with... See, when you put 3 on the spot, it's tough. I'm going to take the Batista arc of when him and Triple H were going through all that drama. Right around the time Batista won the Rumble. I want to say we're talking 2004, 2005. I want to say it's 2005. So I'll go Matt and Edge just for how crazy they were. Eddie and Ray, the I'm Your Father story. And then Batista, Triple H, of Batista becoming a solo star. Off the top of my head, I'm going to take those 3.
Okay, Eddie Ray, I thought of immediately. Batista Triple H, that's a deep cut, but I always liked the Batista Triple H story. It was probably the best one to come out of Evolution. The Ric Flair one was spotty. The Randy one was hot, but the Batista one probably had the best build. And then what was the other one?
Matt and Edge.
Matt and Edge. Yeah. I think that might have been the first reality meets wrestling, at least that we've ever experienced.
Yeah.
So that one was pretty dope. Okay, I like that one. Do you want to ask me the same thing? Do you have a question to ask me? What's your one?
Um, hmm. You know what? I have one for you.
Mm.
Give us three of your favorite women's wrestlers to never be a women's world champion.
To never be a women's world champion?
Yeah.
To never be a women's world champion. Oh
Or actually, you know
man,
what?
to
Here,
never be
I'll make it easier to never be
okay.
seen as like a top woman on the roster.
To never be her, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, to never be her. So she could have been a world champion, but just not seen as like a pillar or seen as the it person.
The it person. Uh, okay. Let's do Victoria.
Okay.
I feel like they put a good bit of Victoria, but it always seemed like if they had a mid card title, Victoria probably would have been more mid card than the world title at that point in time. I want to say, man, short lived. I want to say Daphne. I don't think they ever put a world title on Daphne, no matter where Daphne was.
Okay.
I might have to fact check that, but Daphne did always play more of a valet. Um, when I thought she could have been a world champion, at least in TNA when she was there. Let's say, man, that is tough. Who I'm trying to pick one from a women's division that I really cared about. It's hard to pick from the Attitude Era because there wasn't very many good ones,
Yeah.
and they all kind of had a round at the world title. So that was tough. I feel like everyone that had it due in the ruthless aggression era kind of earned it. Man, who was them but never really them? You know what? Natty. Let's go with Natty. Let's
Okay.
go with Natty. I ragged on Natty for a while, but Natty was definitely one of those that even when she was champion, she wasn't really champion. Like
Yeah.
she wasn't her. Like she was. You were waiting for who they was gonna get that belt to after.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go Natty. Okay. Best tag team finishes.
Oh, like finishing moves?
Yeah, like best tag finishing moves.
Oh, okay. So right off the top, I'm going with the 3D. I feel like a move that iconic that handful, select few of people have kicked out of. I think on paper, it's like three people that have kicked out of the 3D. So I'm gonna go with the 3D for the Dudleys. Um, let's see, tag team finishes. I'm gonna say, give me the Legion of Doom finish for sure. Got to take Legion of Doom. Um, and you got Legion of Doom's finish. You have, oh god, what's that? What's the other one? Yeah, I'm like really drawing a blank on tag team finishers. So I'm gonna do a cop out and say, I see, and I don't want to. Ooh, matter of fact, no, I'll take the Good Brothers finish just because I can't think of a third one off the top of my head that fast. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Good Brothers Magic Killer. So Magic Killer with the Good Brothers. I'll say the 3D and Legion of Doom's finish, and those will be my three picks.
All right, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the Good Bros, the Magic Killer. Um, okay, I'll give you a tag team finish. I'll give you a tag team finish. Um, I always like the Big Rig
Mm-hmm.
or FTR's finish. The Shatter
Oh,
Machine. The Shatter Machine.
look,
I
see, and
always like the Shatter Machine.
look, if I'd have remembered that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cheat. I'll take Good Brothers off, and I'll throw Shatter Machine up there. So I'm gonna change it. Shatter Machine, the 3D, and the Legion of Doom finish. I'll take those three because it's
All right,
just
all right.
there's so many off the top of my head just to think of on the spot. Like I could have copped out and did the double frog splash for the Guerreros. I could have did the
True.
Swanton leg drop combo. Like there was, I just that was off the top of my head is a difficult thing to come up with.
No, I totally understand. But this is why this is the fun of the game. Is
Yeah,
we get to put you on the spot and
I'll
see
give you that one.
where you got and it's great because whenever we do this segment again, you can have some in your back pocket that you know I don't have an answer for, and then it can turn into a 3-on-1 against me. Okay, I got. We'll do two more.
Okay.
Mostly, I'm adding an extra one because I'm trying to fix this camera, which they can't see, but it'll be a little joke for the people that were listening to this part. All right, let's do. Give me your top three AEW originals.
All right, AEW originals. I'm gonna take Jericho first, knock him off the board just because you have to. Everything he did from the start of like from day one, even up to today. You got Le Champion with his little bit of the bubbly, um, the Ocho, the learning tree, everything Jericho's done from then to now. You got to throw him in there. Um, I don't want to use Omega or the Bucks because I feel like that's a cop out. Um, I'm gonna go Darby Allen just because Darby Allen has sort of been doing like this like he's like a Sting, but in his own like little flair twist to it. So I'm gonna
Mm.
take Darby, very outside the box character, but fits the AEW mold. And I'm torn between two people. I don't want to say Moxley because Moxley I feel like would be a cop out, and he wasn't A1 day one.
Technically an original, yeah.
I mean, he's an original in the sense, but not actually. So I'll go MJF just because MJF has been there from the start, and he's the best thing that they have created. Uh, whether that's they created it or he created it and kind of just gave them credit for it. But MJF is arguably, if not arguably, definitely the best thing to come out of AEW. So MJF for sure. He's got to be on there. Jericho's got to be on there. Even the stuff they did together when they were doing those musical numbers.
Oh
So
yeah,
so
yeah,
those
yeah,
two,
yeah.
and then Darby because it just makes sense. So those would be my three picks. I'll go Darby, Jericho, and MJF as my three favorite originals.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Let me think here.
Yeah, I would say, and then you gotta come up with your originals.
I'd say three AEW originals. I'll give you. I agree with Darby Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna say in the very beginning, man. Uh, Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
I think Thunder Rosa did a lot that doesn't go as appreciated as it probably should. And I don't know who started the bad rep in the locker room. And I think the suspected person also now has a bad rep in the locker room. So, these things are hard to keep up with. Um, but I'd say Thunder Rosa. I think she helped add a lot of credibility for the women.
Mm-hmm.
I think Darby did a lot as far as giving you your Rey Mysterio, your People's Champ. Um, in a sense, he was, of course, a Sting, but he was a perfect underdog, still is, because they haven't fully pressed the button on him to this day. Which maybe is why he's still one of my favorite pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Is because they still haven't. There's still so much room to grow with that they haven't gone through because they haven't let him win.
Yeah.
And then I'll say Thunder Rosa, Darby Allen. Um, let's see, Thunder Rosa, Darby Allen. I'd be lying if I didn't say MJF. Like where you find it hard, it does feel like a cop out, but honestly,
Well, no.
he's the best AEW original.
Yeah, he wasn't my cop out. My cop out was gonna be Moxley, but I
Oh,
was
right,
like,
right.
I can't not include MJF. So MJF was the clear one that had to be in. I said if I picked Moxley, Moxley would have felt like the cop out.
Honestly, would have felt like the cop out. Yeah, but I give it to, yeah, you'd have to say MJF because he just did it better than anybody else. He
Mm-hmm.
was the guy that came from nowhere and did it better than anybody else. I mean, to this day, I saw him in an interview say, AEW would probably be nothing without him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make a fair argument, but I felt like things were lacking when they put MJF back in the world title picture. I felt like it was needed. Same thing with Roman.
Yeah.
There was just he just takes it to a different level on those days when creative was absolutely terrible all across the board, and the only people that were over were the guys making their own stories. You couldn't survive without MJF.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I'll give you one more, and then if this camera doesn't come back, we'll take a break. Um, and we'll do that seamless transition thing where I'm suddenly back on the screen. Let's go. Give me your three bad gimmicks. Your top three bad gimmicks. Now, this can mean two things. This can mean you love this bad gimmick so much, or this gimmick was so bad. It is up to you.
All right. So 3 bad gimmicks. Um. Adam Rose and the Rosebuds is the first thing that
Oh
comes to
my
mind.
god.
All right, so Adam Rose and the Rosebuds, that gimmick itself was bad.
Atrocious.
Like it was almost cringy. Um, Now this one, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna agree with me that it was bad, but it just this is one that comes to mind, and it's not even from a talent, which is crazy. Like it's not even from a wrestler, which is crazy. But Buddy Love was terrible. Like the character, I didn't like.
Buddy Love.
Or
I'm
not
trying
Buddy
to
Love,
think.
Brother Love,
Brother Love?
Brother Love.
Oh yeah, when my
Buddy Love
man
is the
was
guy from
in.
Norbit. Yeah, Brother Love is Bruce Pritchard from. Yeah, so that I hate that
Yes.
gimmick. I
Yes.
can't stand that gimmick. That gimmick bothers me. Buddy Love, I love Buddy Love. Buddy Love and Norbit, not Norbit, and Nutty Professor is hilarious. Brother Love in wrestling is terrible. Um, and another gimmick that's terrible. Um, Terrible gimmick. Would I be wrong to say No Way Jose's gimmick was terrible?
It was terrible. I hated his gimmick.
Uh,
I hated it.
but I feel like No Way Jose and Adam Rose could just sort of be the same gimmick, just one's Hispanic and one's not. So
That was the problem.
I'll take it. I'll take No Way Jose off the board since that's basically Adam Adam Rose. So a third one, I'm gonna go to TNA for this. What the hell? Can somebody tell me what the purpose of Curry Man was? The Curry Man gimmick was like it was funny, but it was terrible. And I think it was funny because it was terrible.
Yeah, that hits a special place
Love
because
Christopher Daniels, but
because it was purposeless. Like
Yeah,
I really didn't understand why he was there, but in the list of just like the most I don't even know how you say it. Just the most useless. I don't want to say jobbers, but like yeah, like jobber gimmicks on the roster. It had to be somewhere tied between Curryman and Shark Boy. Like it was a very low.
yeah. They felt like they were one and the same, but in terms of stupidity, it just it was so stupid that it was funny, and we kind of like overlooked it. Like, all right, you know what, this is dumb. We know it's dumb, but it's funny, so we'll just put up with the mediocrity just because it tickles our funny bone a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? They haven't strayed too far from the path either because I'm sure you've seen have you seen the Hometown Man? Have you heard of
No,
the Hometown Man?
no.
I don't know what hometown he's from, dude. he's, but
He's basically just the hometown man, and that's his gimmick. Every town is
yeah,
his home.
he's the hometown man. Who is he? He's from your hometown.
You're in Philadelphia, he's from your hometown. You're in Albuquerque, he's from your hometown.
He's simultaneously.
You're in Bismarck, he's in your hometown. You're in Topeka, Kansas, he's in your hometown.
Yeah, so they haven't exactly changed creative too far.
No, it's just the hometown.
Some things stay the same. Um, I'll give you three of mine and then we'll cut.
Okay.
Um, okay, bad gimmicks. I want to say top three Santino Morella.
Mm-hmm.
Never believed that was supposed to work, but it did
Where's the
tremendously so.
Italian?
To the point where it's so over, it's having a resurgence today with his daughter in TNA. Kudos to that. Top five, like just never supposed to get over gimmicks. Um, Another bad gimmick. I'll raise you, Curry Man, for Shark Boy since we were just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Shark Boy just because, and not original Shark Boy either. I'll give you Shark Boy post Kevin Nash's decision to turn him into Stone Cold Steve Austin. Specifically, the era of Shark Boy that thought he was Stone Cold. I don't like. I had seen the deterioration of creative in an entire entrance, and an entrance length. The day that they turned him into Stone Cold, I could tell creative was going nowhere. And I was watching for the wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but the moment you slap a vest on Shark Boy, you gotta know
Yeah.
things are not going in the best direction. And granted, he never lost quality in the ring, but
No.
come on,
But yeah, it was seeming very WCW ish.
you don't put a guy in a shark costume and then go he needs another gimmick. You know, you know.
Let's have this shark drink beer.
Oh God. And so
That sounds like a terrible Sharknado movie now that I think about it.
that does sound like a terrible Sharknado movie. You know what? It's I don't know. I think has Stone Cold been in Sharknado?
No, but I think Kevin Nash might have wrote Sharknado.
I know Kurt Angle has. All right. Anyway, so we got Shark Boy, and I'll give you what's one more that I thought, and the premise of it was going nowhere. And this is I love this guy. I loved him as a character, as a action figure, as a wrestler at times. Kevin Thorne. Kevin Thorne vampire gimmick wasn't really built to get him anywhere. I maybe he knew this. You know what? No, I'm swapping it. I just realized there's a worse one. Instead of the vampire gimmick, let's go Paul Burchill for the pirate gimmick. I don't even know how that got over. I don't know how. He's a perfect example of none of this on paper looks like it will work at all. You don't, and yet somehow they kept having more stuff every week that seemed funnier than the last week.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with Paul Burchill, and I'm glad you rescinded the Kevin Thorne gimmick. I don't. Kevin Thorne gets a pass for me because he had Ariel with him, which now that I
He
think
got
about
it.
it,
Yeah, he just
yeah.
got a short end of the stick gimmick, but the Paul Burchill stick was just.
Ooh, was he Mordecai too?
Was that also Mordecai? Was Mordecai also Kevin Thorne?
I think
Oh
Mordecai was
man,
Kevin Thorne.
let's take a second to figure that out.
In which case, he might win by default because he had two
No,
terrible gimmicks
Mordecai
back
was
to
a
back.
terrible gimmick. No, you're right about that. Mordecai was
He was supposed to be like
was already
anti-Undertaker.
that already puts him at a down spell. You're right.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, he was
We'll
Mordecai.
finish on that discovery. Kevin Thorne was also Mordecai.
He might have the worst gimmicks.
Yeah, no, that was just a bad rap there.
Oh wow.
That was just a bad rap there. Okay, so we'll end it in a tie. We'll end it in a tie because he got a short end of the stick there, but I still feel like Paul Burchill swinging in on a rope and pretending to be a pipe, like he literally was the guy from Dodgeball,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
sticking him with William Regal
Steve the
also
Pirate.
seemed like it was definitely not gonna work, and somehow made it better. So yeah, that's got to be on a list of just bad gimmicks that somehow are just I don't know, they
Wow.
work like Eugene, honorable
Yeah.
mention. All right, let's cut here, and then we'll come back when I'm free to be on the camera when they free me from the lockbox.
And in 3, 2, 1, now. And let's see. Boom.
Boom, here we are. All right, and we're back.
It's your boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Dude.